Dear students, I'm on page 46 and the next song that you need to learn is called Standing in the Need of Prayer. Now, you are not in middle C position in this song, you are in C position, okay? So, nothing changes for the right hand. Right hand will have its sum on middle C, D, E, F, G. So, right hand is easy. Now, left hand has to be placed fifth finger on C, lower C, not middle C. A C lower than middle C. Fourth finger on D, third finger on E, fourth finger on F, first finger on G. All right. In the song, Standing in the Need of Prayer, you have several chords in the left hand. You have a C chord, C, E, G. 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. That's a C chord, okay? Then you have a G7 chord, and we learned this chord a long time ago. You may want to review page 20 for a G7 chord. So you are in C position. Now you have to move the fifth finger from C down one note to B, okay? But keep the second finger on F and first finger on G, okay? So B, F, G, that's your G7 chord, okay? And then you're back to C. Now, later on in the song, by the middle of the page, okay, you are going to play the F chord. So you may want to review page 26. You learned this chord as well, but it was a long time ago. It was 20 pages ago. That means several weeks ago. So how to find and how to play the F chord. So from C, C, E, G, that's your C chord. Now play C with fifth finger, F with second finger, and then move your thumb, yeah, from G, one note up to A, okay? So you're going to play C, finger 5, F, finger 2, you're still in a position, then A, that's the note above G, move your thumb, with finger 1, C, F, A. All right, so that's how we learn the chords. So once again, G7 chord is on page 20, F chord is on page 26, so you may want to review those chords. And you have lots of eighth notes. That means that you're going to count by eighth notes in this song. Okay? Now, let's review all of the chords in the left hand, and we will count by eighth notes. So, in the full bar 1, so ignore the pickup because left hand does not play in a pickup bar, okay? So start with full bar number 1. You have a rest on beat number 1, a quarter rest. So you count it 1 and then you have a C chord on beat 2. You count it 2 and you have the same C chord on beat 3. That's 3 and then you have another quarter rest on beat 4. You count it 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you notice that you have a dotted half note chord, the C chord in bar number 4, that's the last bar on the top line, followed by a quarter rest. So dotted half note is a 3-beat note, 3/4 note, okay? But you are dividing every beat. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And to continue, I'm in bar number 5, that's the second system. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C chord 1 and 2 and G7 3 and 4 and C chord 1 and F chord 2 and C chord 3 and 4 and Now I'm in the third system. You start with the C chord. 1 and 2 and C chord. 1 and 2 and C chord, G7, C and whole N. Half note C chord, 2 and G7, 3 and 4 and dotted half note C chord, 3 beats, 1 and 2 and 3 and rest 4 and. I'm at the bottom system C chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C chord, G7 chord, C half note, C chord and 2 and G7, 3 and 4 and attention, very last chord, last bar, you have 3 chords, C, F, C, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, and you're done. Not easy, but interesting. Now I'm going to play the right hand and count out loud. You're in 4/4 time. You start with a pickup bar. You have only one beat. That means you're missing beats number 1, 2, 3, and you start on beat number 4. Okay, so you need to count by 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now your 4 and is in the next line where you see mezzo forte. So 4 and bar line, and then on 1 you play 2 hands at the same time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quarter. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quarter. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and done. All right, I better give you finger numbers for the right hand. Okay, you start on finger 3 on E, and that finger is given to you in a pickup bar, incomplete bar. 3, now new beat, dotted half note, the same note, finger 3. 3, 3, new bar, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3 and 2 and 3 and same finger 3, new bar, 1, finger 3 and 2 and 3. Continue with fingers 3, new bars, 3, 2, 1, 8 notes, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, then in the third system, you have third finger on E, and then you have a D sharp. How to find the D sharp? So you are 3 on E. Now, the closest black note to the left, okay, that's your D sharp, okay? So D sharp is the note from the right in a group of 2 black keys. But when you're looking to this note from E, that's the closest note to the left, okay? and you're going to use finger 2 on D sharp, okay? So let's restart. 3 on E, 2 on D sharp. I'm at a pickup in the beginning of third system. 3, 2, new bar. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh, something to remind you. Once you had a sharp, yeah, written at the beginning of the bar, you have to play all of the notes that were marked in the beginning of the bar by a sharp. So you have to maintain the sharp for the rest of the bar. So once you had a D sharp written in the beginning of the bar, then all of the Ds have to be sharped, but they are not going to write 3 or 4 or 5 D sharps in a bar. They write it only once and hope you remember, okay? So let's try one more time, beginning of line number 3. E, D sharp, fingers 3, 2. 3, 2, new bars. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Now bar line quarter notes. E, fingers 3. Now D natural, just a white note. Finger 2 on the D white note, and half note, finger 1 on C. And then eighth notes. 1, 1, 1, 1 quarter. 2, 2. Dotted half note. 3. Eighth notes. 3, 2 with the D sharp. New bar. Keep all of the D sharps in the same bar. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. New bar. Quarter notes. 3 on E. Attention. D natural. That means the D white. Second finger on D, first finger on C half note. Now, eighth notes, everything on middle C, finger 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, skip up to finger 3 on E, step down, finger 2 on D, white D, and then your last note is a C, finger 1, dotted half note. All right. Many details, but this is the most difficult song you have ever played in this class. Now, let's try two hands. The key to success is to count by eighth notes. So put your hands in a C position, okay? And start counting from beat 1 and start playing on beat 4, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 hands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and together. 1 and 2 and together. 3 and 4 and together. Left hand F chord and then C chord. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and G7 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and G7 3 and 4 and C chord 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and G7 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and G7 in the left hand, right hand fingers 3 on E. 3 and 4 and last bar. C chord, F chord in the left hand and C chord again. All right, so that's it. I hope you will enjoy working on this song. If you have any problems or questions, feel free to email me. I know that the introduction of the eighth notes makes your life a little bit more challenging, but from the other point of view, maybe more rewarding because the song become more elaborate and more tricky. So that means you may need to work on them just a little bit longer. Thank you very much and enjoy working on page 46, standing in the need of prayer. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.